He did actually score.
Definitely. Are you sure? Definitely.
Nicholas did not deny him on the second occasion. And there you can see his name in the 97th minute, Maxi Bayer with a goal there. And he made it 2-0. All right, let's get some thoughts on this. Ali Moreno was feeling very festive ahead of this fixture. He's not always the kindest about Borussia Dortmund, it's fair to say. It's often fair, some of his assessments as well. I will add that too.
Okay.
However,
bar humbug.
he did say he was not bar humbug before the game, Stevie. He did say before the game, I think Dortmund are going to do this. I think this is going to be their day. It maybe didn't quite go the way we thought then, but they did do it, Ali, and they got the 3 points.
Yeah, but it's yeah. It's not yeah. It's Merry Christmas. Enjoy the festive period. It's not go on and party. Everything is settle and everything is great in this club. What we saw from Borussia Dortmund today is no different than what we have seen over the course of the season. A team that at times can create some chances, at times can take advantage of those chances, but not consistently so. And more importantly, we see always and often a drop-off during the game. And in those drop-off moments, they allow other teams like Monchengladbach that really were not part of this game for the first 30 minutes, they allow them back into the competition, back into the game. And then Monchengladbach, just because they really had to push some numbers forward, not because they're a great team themselves, they found themselves with some opportunities. And so I don't know what to tell you about Borussia Dortmund other than I'm not surprised. I was hoping that today we would see explosive, dynamic movement in the final third, that we would see really incisive possession of the ball through the midfield, that we would see some of the things that we come to expect from this club. But I don't know why I'm expecting that anymore, because that's not the team that they have been this season. They have been a team that are pragmatic defensively and have been solid, and today was yet another shutout. So I suppose if you're Gregor Kobel and Niko Kovac, you're happy about that. If you're Nico Schlotterbeck and the rest of the back line, you're happy about that. Defensively, they continue to be very solid. But offensively, I have questions. And in becoming a better team defensively, I think they have sacrificed some of the things that they do offensively. And what concerns me the most is those drop-offs that I talked during the game, in which they can look very good and then they can disappear. And those times that they disappear is for long periods of time, and that allows other games back into the match. So I would say, Merry Christmas, Borussia Dortmund. Enjoy it, but let's not get crazy.
Let's get the post-match assessment of Archie Rintot and Thomas Hitzelsberger, who were pitch side today, and there they are right now with Gio Reyna. Archie.
Just waiting for the cue. Hang on. Thanks, man. All right. Kay, thank you very much. Gio, not the return to Borussia Dortmund that you would have wanted. How did you see the game overall today?
Yeah, I think it was a game of margins. Obviously, giving up a goal early is always hard to overcome at a stadium like Dortmund. But I thought for 50 to 60 minutes of the game, we were there. We had chances. We were in good areas. So, a little bit more ruthless in front of goal, and I think we could walk away with a point. But a lot of positives, and we just have to rest, recover, and then we'll be back working after the break.
Thomas.
No, I felt you finished the first half strongly. Like, what did you talk about in the half time? How did you approach the second half? Because I thought there could have been more in this game for you guys.
Yeah, just to keep going, really. It's like you said, we started slow, and then the last 20, 30 minutes of the first half, we just felt like we could give more, be in dangerous areas, and a little bit better in front of goal, a little bit better final pass, and like I said, maybe walk out with a point. But yeah, I think there's a lot of positives to take away. Credit to Dortmund, also a great team. It's never easy to play here, so yeah, in the end it is what it is, but we have to take the positives.
I know this isn't the result you wanted. However, I have to say it's great to see you start for a fourth game running and see you back out on the pitch. How does it feel for you? That moment in the first half when you nutmegged Felix Mecho, we enjoyed that. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, Felix, I'm just happy to be playing again. I love the sport so much. It means so much to me. Yeah, obviously I had an injury in the beginning of the year, so now the club's really taking care of me and building me up to where I can play games and start games and be fit for pretty much as long as I can. So yeah, obviously a lot of good faces here to see. I'm still close with a lot of the guys, so yeah, still building my rhythm, still building game by game. Felt pretty good tonight, but just have to keep going now and working.
Going in on the smile there at the beginning there, right? Because that smile suggests that you might have had a bit of banter with Felix Mecho about that. True or false?
Yeah, I mean, me and it's obviously I wanted to win more than anything, but Felix is a close friend of mine. He spoke at my wedding, so he means a lot to me and a lot to me and my family and my wife. So yeah, it's more than love with Felix. Yeah, so like you said, he's almost like a brother to me. So it's just nice to see all the people I made great relationships with.
Next time, maybe you get the points instead of the nutmeg.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It happens. Obviously, tough game. Proud of the group. Fought really hard. Yeah, I think we all feel like maybe we can walk away with a point if things go a little bit better. But yeah, that's football.
Gio, thank you very much for coming by.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. That was Gio Reyna there. And we're going to send it back to you for now. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We do hope to get some more reaction from pitchside right now. Obviously, just got to hear from Gio Reyna, and the good news is he continues to play for Borussia Monchengladbach, LA.
There's a whole lot of adjusting going on for Gio Reyna. That's all I'll say.
Well, I never noticed.
Where's a nice guy? We got to get him new underpants.
Good to see him back, though, LA.
Yeah, well, absolutely it is. But I go back to something I said in the pregame, is that while it is good to see him out on the field and to see that he is fit and ready to play and injuries seem to be a thing of the past for now anyways, you now need to see productivity. You now need to see him stack up numbers. You need to see real impact, not just good feelings, good sensations, but actual tangible evidence that he is indeed an impactful player for Monchengladbach. Right now, is a player that, if you're Archie, you are highlighting the fact that he made Felix Mecha. From my perspective, yeah, that was beautiful, but then when he went to run away from Nico Schlotterbeck, the ball got taken away from him and the play was over. What I would want to see is the continuation of that play that ends up in something, in an assist, in a shot on goal, on something productive in the attack. And I think you can extrapolate that for the rest of his game. There are a lot of things that are pretty good right now, but you need to take a next step where those things actually become productive, become goals, becomes assists, become something impactful for your team. That hasn't been the case so far.
He'll be wanting to take that next step, Stevie, getting this run of games where there's such a big summer ahead for the US.
Yeah, I think so. And I think he's actually got time to add all those things that Ali's on about. Because, I mean, that's why he's on the field. That's the part of his game that got him to Dortmund in the first place and now Gladbach. But I think if you're him right now, I think his concentration should be staying 100% fit. Because when you have ability, if you're not fit, you can't show it. And if he can get himself in a physical state where he's now able to show the ability he has, and then start adding those assists and those goals that Ali's on about, I think if I'm him, that's my goal. Yes, of course you want to score goals and set people up. But right now, considering the last couple of years he's had, he just needs to be 100% fit. Because even if he doesn't produce those numbers between now and the end of the season, he still has to be on the plane if he's fit.
Let's get word from one of the goal scorers today, Julian Brandt, standing by now with Archie and Thomas.
Thank you very much, Kay. Julian Brandt here with me. I first spoke to him in English 10 years ago, but it's taken him 10 years to come back round to this camera, so we're very happy to have you here. Firstly, talk about that win and what that means for this team.
Yeah, I mean, the importance of the game today was huge because I think we had some recent weeks.
How was it for you? Was it a case of patience, just waiting for the ball to come down at the right time?
Well, I have to say it was a really, really nice and soft cross from Nicky. Yeah, I had a lot of space. I came from behind and I think I took it really well. So yeah, I hit it quite nicely, and for me it was a nice feeling because the 1-0 was really important for us. But also, yeah, the goal was, I think, a nice one.
It looked like it must have felt very satisfying for you, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's always satisfying scoring in this stadium. So even if it's a tap-in or if it's a goal like this, but well, in the end, the goal is the one thing, but the big thing, to be honest, is the win about the game.
How have you felt, just finally, about how the last few years have gone for you here at Dortmund? Because it's never been a question about your talent. That's never been in question. But have you always felt at home in terms of on the pitch and with every situation?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I wouldn't feel like this, I wouldn't extend my contract 2-3 years ago. So no, I feel at home, of course. But I know that it's a bit different than, for example, Bayer Leverkusen. The trouble is more, the attention is more. You have to get used to this, but in the end, no, it's a privilege to play in the stadium in front of these fans, and I'm really happy and really like my teammates in this club. So I know sometimes there is a bit trouble. I think this will never change, but no, I'm enjoying this.
How many times are you watching the goal back tonight? Be honest.
I don't know. Maybe depends. I don't know. Maybe some friends will send me, but maybe no. So none.
If you've got good friends, they're sending you that. Julian, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Kay.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Today,
speak,
obviously, be a key part for Borussia Dortmund if they are to keep up this consistency.
And well, but that word that you just said there, you can apply that to Julian Brandt. That's exactly what you think of when you think Julian Brandt. Consistently inconsistent. And this is where Dortmund is. A team that I think on moments can give you something that you can build around, hence Julian Brandt and the comparison, the analogy to Borussia Dortmund. But then on other times they go missing. Julian Brandt does the same thing. So if there was ever a player that really paints a picture of what Borussia Dortmund are, it's Julian Brandt himself. The high points of Julian Brandt are very high. The low points are very low as well.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll have more Bundesliga coverage this weekend. This has kicked things off for the last match day of 2025. Borussia Dortmund taking on Borussia Monchengladbach. Here's a look at what we've got ahead this weekend. It all will culminate with Heidenheim against Bayern coming up on Sunday. But we have a whole slate of action for you, as per usual. One done, plenty more to go. You can catch every single one of them on ESPN+. Be sure to be with us for them.